Curveball of the week here. Now this is something that's just a random. We've had it goes a whole different number of ways, Dan. So
Okay.
we try to do it non-sports related. So this week I have it. We just rotate, and this is my one is a task you wish you never had to do again. Something that's tedious, annoying, just something you do not like to do.
If I say teaching, will I get fired? No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, my mom's a teacher, and I understand. I shouldn't say I know because I'm not in the classroom, but I've heard stories, and I understand why teachers drink the way they do.
Teachers don't do those things. I don't know what you're talking about. One summer, I spent one summer roofing, and
ooh, doggy.
Man, my body's not built for manual labor. It was you'd get done at the end of the day and they'd be like, let's go have a beer. You'd have one beer and you're so tired and your body's so beat up. I got more respect for people who do manual labor than it just, I hope I would never have to do something like that. It was so hard. So hard. So, I mean, that's kind of an easy question for me.
All righty.
Sorry, it was pretty quick and not a lot of elaboration.
But.
No, that's I've done that job, but occasionally I still do. And
so
it's
hard.
Like I need to go to a chiropractor after.
When I say this here, guys, it might make me come off as extremely lazy, but that's okay. Just the simple task of having to vacuum around the house. It just seems so tedious, and I'm just like, can I find anything to just kind of brush this dirt or dog hair underneath and just kind of, it's there, but I don't see it, where I'm just like, you got some time off, or you want some downtime, but it's like, I gotta spend my time doing this. And of course, these vacuums nowadays, they only hold about this much lint before I got to empty them. So I'm going upstairs all the time, putting it in the garbage. It's kind of annoying, and it gets into my time to just relax, and I just don't like doing it.
Or when your wife is actually doing it, and like your favorite show is on, right? That one too.
Like, hey, can you be quiet over here?
Do this now?
Yep.
Well, Grant, you got to make it fun. You got to treat it like it's indoor lawn mowing. So you gotta mow it. You make sure you get good lines. You can do it diagonal.
You're insinuating that outdoor lawn mowing is fun.
Hey, I just bought a house about a year and a half ago, and I finally got my first lawnmower. I decided that I don't need my parents to bring theirs over anytime I need it mowed. So I have it. So I'm still working on it. My lawn is still a disaster, but
well, congrats on the house. That's awesome.
Thank you. Got it right before interest rates shot up. So
nice, smart.
Yeah. And but for me, and Dan, you really set a high standard. You're going to make Grant and I both kind of look like pussies here doing the manual labor. But that
was
also
20 years ago.
So that manual labor, though, it's I look back on that though, and it was good for me. It was something that it showed you what you want to do and what you don't want to do.
Yeah, 100%.
And it gave you a work ethic, theoretically, for the most part. But
we'll use that term loosely.
The idea of manual labor is supposed to, whether it works or not, it's up to.
That's a person by person trial basis.
And but for me, I would say cutting my fingernails, if they would stay at one length the whole time, it's just. I know. But it gets annoying. It's like, oh, I got to cut these. And then you think about it. And then like a week later, it's like, they're out to here. And it's like, and then you can never get them cut right.
You could just be like Howard Hughes and just let them grow. People will think you're eccentric.
But then they just get in the way and they get annoying.
Dylan, you're like that Family Guy cutaway when they talk about the girl on the keyboard with the acrylics.
Yeah.
It's looking like one of them people because your fingernails are so damn long.
Yeah. Yeah, but Grant, the vacuuming or cleaning, like I was telling my buddy that I lived with for 4.5 years. I said I'm pretty sure I've cleaned more in the first month of owning my house than I did the 4.5 years I lived with him.
Well, Dylan, you want to hear something funny? When me, you, and Ethan lived together, 2015 to 2016, do you want to know how many times that our rugs were vacuumed?
0.
Once. And it was when we moved out and Caleb had to bring his vacuum over because I didn't own one.
I didn't know that.
Yes, because I moved in, of course, and you guys were living in Dickinson and Wilmer that summer. So from June 1st, 2015 to like May 30th of 2016, that apartment was vacuumed one time. And someone had to come across town because we didn't own a vacuum. When Caleb started vacuuming, he goes, Grant, when was the last time you vacuumed? This thing's picking up a lot of dirt. And I said, Caleb, we haven't vacuumed once since we moved in.
It's college. Why would you?
Exactly.
Yeah.
We don't need to do that.
That was I think I may have vacuumed like one time, and then other than that, yeah. And my mom might have vacuumed when they were moving me out too, but maybe she just vacuumed my room itself.
Well, because I was still in the living room. I still had the couch and the coffee table, so it was just that was just kind of funny. Talking about vacuuming reminded me of that story in college where we didn't vacuum.
But yes, so Dan, this was a lot of fun. Where can people find your stuff at?
Well, the History of Heartbreak book is on Amazon and can probably be found in wherever books are sold in the bookstores. The Slapshot book can be found on Amazon as well, or the Star Tribune shop has autographed copies, and people can get those there.
Okay, awesome. Well, Dan, now you're a recurring guest, so anytime we ask you to come on, you have to come on now.
For sure.
That's how this works, and I'm looking forward to doing it again. Maybe at some point down the line we can make this work where we are able to do it in person. We might have to have a friendly wager when the Gophers in Michigan play this year. It's no.
Now that they just what is it? I know you're trying to end this, but next year, what is they switched the divisions up now? There's no division.
No more divisions.
Basically, the Gophers never have a shot at winning a Big Ten championship again. So
that you're a lot. You're not as brave as Ethan is having a wager, but
he's delusional. Ethan's delusional.
he's
I know better.
Yeah, but thanks again, Dan. We're looking forward to